All right, welcome to a very special episode of Fight Night Flashbacks. Because, Eric, I'm here to fill you in on one of the biggest, baddest, upcoming fighters in the UFC in quite some time, my man. And it's my job to make sure you know you're becoming an expert. Dude.
I'm a little bit taken aback because he don't look like.
Well, don't let the looks fool you.
Okay, because what you're showing me is like already with his looks and the name.
Paddy the Baddy, I feel you. So just give you some
give me some background.
Yeah,
on
let me
this
give you
kid.
some background, some insight here. So Paddy the Baddy, he's with the UFC now, and he fights this Saturday in UFC London. It's a Fight Night UFC London. But Paddy the Baddy, he's been on Food Truck. He is the closest thing we currently have to the next Conor McGregor. So he's from Liverpool. He's so famous there, and this isn't, you're gonna laugh. They call him the fifth Beatle.
Come on, man.
Fifth Beatle. That's what you're dealing with, dude.
You're telling me it's the Beatles and then Paddy the Baddy
Right there, dude. Exact same.
Okay,
Exact same haircut.
Liverpool needs more stuff going on.
I know, dude. I know. So he's interesting because when he was young, you know, these new kids now, like these young fighters, it's not like with me, it was like, you know, the UFC was around since '93, but you'd start with wrestling or whatever. He started with the goal of being in the UFC.
Right.
So when
that's
he's in high
interesting.
school, yeah. So it's interesting. So when he was in high school, you know, he got kicked out for fighting. He would sell like chips and candy and stuff to pay for his training. And they actually kicked him out of school.
Wait, he sold chips and candy.
And now if you're in Liverpool, you'd call it crisp and wine gums.
So he sold stuff you could just go down to the market and get?
Yeah, but it's right there, dog.
You
Don't
sure?
hate the hustle.
Wait, you sure that's all he was selling?
maybe he was selling freaking hot Beatle albums. Just the fifth Beatles.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. So
Yeah.
this is interesting, though, because like I never thought of it like that, too. This is like the new generation of people. In the same way that kids today are growing up, they have cell phones and internet and social media. And my generation, we didn't have that, right? So this kid, to have the dream to be in the UFC.
Yes.
So, you know, and then you hear a lot of stories about fighters. They start in the streets and they were brawling and they had a bad childhood.
Yeah, or they just had a wrestling background, a boxing background. Now, this kid, it was like, oh, no.
Straight
MMA.
UFC.
So I'm going to be good at everything.
Yep.
So he goes in the gym, and to pay for his training, he was selling chips and candy and stuff like in high school. They actually kicked him out of high school for this hustle. And he goes, well, my goal is to be in the UFC, and they all laughed at him. Now, that same high school, and we're going to watch a fight after he won the Cage Warriors belt, because it's a big deal over in Europe. Cage Warriors, like Conor McGregor came out of there, Dan Hardy, Michael Bisping, a lot of big boys come out of there. Thomas Aspinall, like monsters come out of there. So that's like their hotbed. So he was the face of that. So once he became champion, his high school that kicked him out was like, oh, can you come speak to the kids?
Right, rename the gym after him. The Paddy Gym.
Yeah, Paddy Gymnasium or some bullshit. But yeah, he is. Kid. So you'll see. Now we'll watch his fights, and even though you're not a hardcore fan, you'll
really
see.
Not. But this is his first fight,
dude. This is his first fight. He looks 13 here.
Yeah, man. This guy looks like what's going on in Liverpool.
I think this is 2012. Is that right, Mike? 2012. I think it was his debut. Hit it, dog.
Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy Pimblett. Paddy the Baddy.
Does he have like one of those great accents too?
Oh, the best.
Is he one of
and
those?
As far as like entertaining, bro, I've done a million food trucks. He's the only guy I've ever had on who he does a promo, and usually, guys that do that, but most of them just talk to me. He goes, "Where's my camera?" I'm like, there. He goes, looks into the camera and does it like a WWE dude.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, this kid's
he's like Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yes.
Ooh,
So
you know what he looks? You know what he looks confident. His stance is very. But these are like little kids fighting.
These are young boys fighting. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Kevin Spacey's like, what is this?
Ooh, he hit him with a slam.
Yeah, so his whole thing too is like he'll talk a lot of trash, and it's very similar to Conor, where obviously there's an entertaining aspect to it, and he knows it's gonna get traction, but at the same time too, one of the reasons he's so big is because you can tell he actually believes it. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys you listen talking like, bro,
Listen,
No
I'm
one's
not.
buying
I'm
this.
not a big into fighting, and I don't know a lot about fighting. But I'm into this energy, and this guy is very much in charge of whatever's happening right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
his demeanor and like the way he's like how he stalked him right there. This is like, are they making out? What's going on here?
Especially that's side control, but especially for his first fight, and then also his kind of X factor. He's good on the feet. He's wild, so it's hard to train for him. But his X factor is his grappling is like world class.
Look at this. When they're young like this, I don't know if people should be watching this. You know what I mean? When they're young like
It's
this.
a little dicey. I'm with you. I wouldn't let my kid do
they're
it.
so limber and stuff like this. What do you think's worse? Letting your kid play like Pop Warner football or this?
This, 100%. Yeah, this.
Because how old are they right here?
God, he's young.
Did they just happen in the States?
No, this is in Liverpool.
So they don't do this here.
No, there's kids doing it here. There's a kid.
They got to stop this fight.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing, Eric. In early MMA, especially like early pro, when guys are like 1-0, 2-0, there's a very distinct difference on who's actually going to be able to do this as a career and who needs to go get a job.
Yeah, this kid here is done.
Like that kid had no idea he was fighting.
He's never
the next big
look
thing.
at his face. He's like, what the hell?
He's like,
just
what the
happened?
hell? He's like, this is what I sign up for. Little did he know he was fighting some a kid who's like, this is his only goal.
This is like, that guy looks like your second fight. Remember? With you?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we're like,
look on his face.
That's not Snowflake. That's not Snowflake.
Look at his face like,
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh shit, what am I doing here?
Yeah, fighting's fun to get beat up. It's all fun and games.
See, I knew. That's why I never.
Yeah. He's 17. Yeah.
17,
which is to pro debut. Like, look how young he is, dude.
No, but
But even the confidence there,
That's
like
what I'm
when
saying.
you don't
Look at
have
him.
anything, it's everything, dude.
Yeah, he's very confident, and this was his first fight.
First pro fight. Yeah,
I think he knew too. Oh, good for him though. I like how he's not taking it too like serious. Oh, good for him. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at he's a showman. Like right off the bat, the way he just grabbed these two chicks, like, hey, okay.
And these are the old days where anything went. You had like Fleshlight as sponsors and Condom Depot and shit.
Oh, really? How old is he now?
He's 27 now. Yeah. So, dude, that's damn near 10 years ago.
So that was basically his first professional fight.
Yeah, man. But you can tell like the swagger there.
Damn, that was his first professional fight?
Before you play this, Mike, this is Cage Warriors, which in England is a big deal. So this is when he won the belt in Cage Warriors. Again, Conor McGregor came out of there, Hardy, Michael Bisping, Aspinall, like monsters come out of there. This kid was such a massive star then. His manager, who is the owner of Cage Warriors, was saying, he goes, listen, I helped Conor get to where he's at. I've helped Hardy, Bisping. We've never had a bigger star than Paddy Pimblett.
Really?
He goes, he can't walk down the street.
Really?
And what's interesting about this is, so he won the belt here. The UFC has been coming after him for 3 to 4 fights before this, and he would turn it down because he made more money fighting this than he would coming over to the UFC, because UFC just
why not just be famous where you are too? If he has, I understand feel the love of your people and you're making a bunch of money, you're famous. It's like, yeah, I guess he wants to ride his own ticket, but eventually did come, right?
Yeah, the UFC eventually. Well, so we'll get to that. I'll get to that after this fight because
okay, let me ask you
this is a big deal. But his whole thing was like, oh, I'm making money. Like, I'm making more money fighting in Cage Warriors. Why would I sign the UFC? And eventually his manager was like, dude, listen, like, I know you're making all this money here, but in order to get to where you want to get, I know up front you're not going to make as much money, but the potential is.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break from chatting about Paddy Pimblett with my friend Erik Griffin. Because guess what, man? I'm talking to you fellas out there. You guys got bushes. They're pretty gnarly bushes out there. And if you got one, you need to try the best products from my friends at Manscaped. That's right. Taking control of your bush is important. Just ask your girl or your mans. These products are so good, you're going to be showing pride in your new bush-free yard. It's a fact that you will have the best-kept nutsack on the cul-de-sac. Save big and be the most hygienic version of yourself by using the code SCHAUB20, SCHAUB20, for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. All right, you guys need to get this package, baby. The Manscaped is dedicated to you leveling up your full body grooming care. The grooming package, which is what I use and which I recommend, is the Performance Package 4.0. Inside this glorious package is the Lawnmower 4.0, the electric trimmer. You've heard about it. Your bush is terrified of it. It's the best on the market. Comes with a light, do in the dark if you're weird, all right? This trimmer is designed to reduce grooming accidents and shave hair on loose skin thanks to a ceramic blade and advanced skin-safe technology, all right? Second best tool in the performance package is the Weed Whacker. This is a fine-tuned nose and ear hair trimmer. Listen, if you have hair hanging out of your nose and ears, you're single, all right? I'm helping you fellas out here, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I help. I give back. Pay it forward. The performance package comes with the crop reviver, the crop preserver, ball deodorant, spray-on testy toner. Dude, what? Also with the performance package, you get 2 free gifts, the Shed travel bag and the high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped boxers, which I love. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SCHAUB20, SCHAUB 20 at manscaped.com.
Getting into the U.S. market is huge. I mean, that's why musicians do it, comedians do it. Even though I don't care how big they are, where they are, they want to come and get this. The United, the 300-400 million people here.
But also, if you're a fighter, like there's other organizations, but if you're not in the UFC, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do you want to be the best quarterback in the CFL?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that guy getting hosed? The answer is no. Maybe in a small hometown, but if you want it international.
Yeah, you wanted to go. Right. So that was his first fight. He was 17. What fight is this, and how old is he?
Man, this is probably
because he's going for the belt. He's going for the belt here, right?
He's 21 here.
So how many fights had he had up to this point? Because now he must be like, has he lost yet?
He has. Yep,
yeah, which is not unusual in the UFC.
No, if you're
this kind of fight,
MMA,
right?
yeah. And
MMA.
also, it's different than boxing. Like, coming up, you haven't lost, it's like, all good, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's different than boxing. All right, hit it.
Oh,
yeah. You see the You see the fifth Beatle vibe there?
Yeah.
See what we're talking about?
But you could just see how he's got his hair. He's like, oh, man.
And again, this is what's interesting. So he sold out that it's an arena in Liverpool. He sold that out himself. So he was selling out arenas even before he came to the UFC. So the UFC was like, hey, man, here's a basic contract. And he's like, well, I'm already selling out. And they're like, you got to start somewhere. So, he signed the deal, even though, and then his first fight, UFC London, sells it out. And his manager's like, dude, we're selling out on our own.
Yeah,
we don't need all these UFC promo. Like,
we're
selling out on our own. And he's
look at him,
massive
now,
star.
Wow,
look how big he is.
How little is this guy?
This is featherweight title. But again, if you go back to my food truck insert video here, you'll see he's 200-something pounds in between fights. He's funny because he blows up. Like most fighters like to keep it like maybe 10 to 15-pound range. So if you're fighting at 55, you might walk at 170. Even 180 would be high. Homeboy walks at 200 plus.
Jeez, how tall is he?
This is featherweight title, yeah. 145, yeah.
He looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Yeah, Liverpool Shaggy.
Yeah. He looks menacing, though. He's a big dude.
Yeah, for the division, he's big. He's really big.
I don't know if I like his bangs, but I get it.
But dude, what a marketing play there.
Yeah,
I wonder if he meant to do it, or in Liverpool, does their hair just grow like that? Because the Beatles are so.
Well, I mean, it's like he's very like what a character. It just his hair is a character. You know what I mean? He's got a funny name. He's like, he's great at this fighting, obviously. So I get it. I get it.
I'm telling you, we have to show Erik a clip from
like
the food
this
truck. The kid is undeniable.
But this doesn't look like this guy should even be in this fight with somebody. Like anytime I see someone bigger versus someone a little smaller, it just, I don't know. Maybe that's just my ignorance of not being like into.
Oh, just
my
rocked
God!
Him there. Just rocked him.
Jesus Christ! Okay.
Champion, and look how nuts the crowds go. I mean, look at this dude, nuts, nutsos.
Yeah, he's wow. Just like that, you win the belt.
A few wine gums tonight from my man there. That's a big deal.
Again, no, I mean I get it.
Fighting over in England, like to be the Cage Warrior champion, like big deal, big deal.
He's
jumping on every.
Yeah, but I'm saying he very much like he gets it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm
know what I
telling
mean?
you,
This is
I've never
like-
come across someone who gets it more than this kid.
Oh, look.
At
this
first,
is
I kind
great.
of didn't get it, and then once you get him in person, you're like, oh, this kid's special.
Yeah, look at him. He's just
Look
in
at
the
him.
crowd with like. Does he even know these people? This is just fans.
Those are just his peeps. Those
Yeah.
are Liverpool's
Good for-
finest.
Good for him. He's got like a good energy, man. You root for this guy, you know?
That's what I said. Like,
Yeah,
and
you
some
root
people
for
might
him.
take it as arrogance. I'm like, no, it's not that, because he's so fun and playful and he's lighthearted, and he doesn't, there's no like, there's no venom in his words. It's just more like fun.
Here's my theory, though. Here's my thing. I don't think anyone could be great without arrogance.
Agree.
Like,
there has to be a bit of a narcissist.
There has to be a bit of like,
narcissist
you
thing
have
there.
to feel like you're the master of the universe. Is that his kid?
No,
Or is it brother?
probably.
Let's hope. Wow. Yeah, this is like, but anyway, like I do feel that. I mean, if you look at like, you ever hear Michael Jordan talk? You ever, you know what I
Tiger
mean?
Woods?
Tiger Woods. You they people like they have like a
LeBron? Yeah.
there's a delusionalness that they have to achieve this kind of greatness. So I never worry about arrogance. I mean, the difference between, let's say, so what's the difference between like him and Conor McGregor? Because McGregor seemed to like be playing into this sort of bad boy thing, and then he's like throwing dollies at people and like trying, I think it's a different level of like.
That was a different level. So Connor, there was a similarity with Paddy where it was like this organic, like it was just part of their DNA. They're entertaining. The words that they said came to fruition. And then somewhere along the lines, Connor kind of went dark with it.
Yeah, he got
And
dark.
it was too much. It
Yeah.
was too much. And then he lost a little bit of the support from, Ireland. Like it was just, and then, him throwing the dolly with Khabib, hurting other fighters. That's a big no-no.
Yeah.
And then also like, hitting the man in the bar. So
Right. But don't you think that do you
That-
think that a
that's
lot of that has to
different.
do with him like getting older and it's like your talent doesn't last forever
Yeah.
and just trying to stay relevant, and he chose that path?
Yeah, I think there's that, and then I also think, I think too, if you're Conor McGregor and you sell your whiskey company for whatever $400 million, and you're making all the money in the UFC, and you made $150 million for the Floyd Mayweather fight, you're not surrounded by people who are going to hold you accountable. So when you do that stuff, they're probably like, "Damn, that was crazy, man."
Yeah.
Where if it was
Yeah,
one of us, like if I was
surrounded
doing
by
that,
yes men.
yeah, if I was doing, you'd be like, "What the
What are you doing?
fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Was this bad?" Like, it's awful, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the way to go. So Connor went down a bad path. I still root for him, but I think for him it got dicey because he got too much success. And in MMA, too much success kills you. A little break from chatting about Paddy Pimblett with my boy Erik Griffin. This one's going to be quick for you, man. You got to protect your home. You got to protect your home turf. You don't want anybody coming in there. Your home needs to be the safest place on earth, and everybody deserves that. That's why I recommend Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe is advanced whole home security that puts you, your home, and your family's safety first. Here's why I love it, all right? Simply Safe offers comprehensive protection not only against intruders and burglars, but against expensive home hazards from flooding to fires. With 24/7 professional monitoring, Simply Safe's agents take action the moment the threat is detected, all right? They're dispatching police or first responders in emergency. Even if you're not home, they're making sure your crib is safe, man. Simply Safe uses video verification technology so that monitoring agents can visually confirm the threat in order to get higher priority on the 911 dispatch. All right? Monitoring plans are affordable. They're priced at $1 a day with no long-term contracts or hidden fees, none of that stuff, because feeling safe at home shouldn't break the bank. You can customize your perfect security system for your crib in just minutes at simplysafe.com/Schaub. That's SIMPLI safe.com/Schaub for 20% off. This episode of Flashback Fight Nights with Paddy Pimblett and Erik Griffin is also brought to you by Happy Hippo. Listen, Kratom is the Wild West out there. You don't know who to trust. It's like CBD back in the day, but now CBD is pretty damn good. Well, Happy Hippo Kratom is going to be right there because you can trust Happy Hippo. I use Kratom for everything. Stand-up, podcasting, life, workouts, you name it, your boy, dinners that I'm bored to tears in. I'm dropping knowledge on folks because I'm all hopped up on Kratom. Yep, that's my limitless pill, Kratom, but not just any Kratom, Happy Hippo Kratom. And if you visit happyherbals.com, use promo code ThiccBoy for 20% off. You get it for life. You can use that code as many times as you want to try the best Kratom on the frickin' planet. That's happyhippoherbals.com. Use promo code ThiccBoy for 20% off for life. Let's get back to the program.
Is there a world where this kid would fight Conor McGregor?
Oh, Conor's big right now. So for him to come to 55, and I think they're two ships sailing through the night because Conor is looking for these like mega fights, and then our boy Paddy is coming up. So Paddy right now, even though top 10 most famous guys in the UFC, experience and talent wise, not top 10, has work to do.
Oh, so you're saying
let's go straight to the UFC.
You saying McGregor would beat him
right now? Yes, right now. Huh. Depending too, like what version of Conor are we going to get? Because Conor snapped his leg, so he's rehabbing his leg. But Conor's talking about fighting like Michael Chandler, Nate Diaz, or Charles Oliveira. So he's like at a certain level where the only upside here would be for Paddy, not Conor. So if Conor wanted to throw him a bone, and it'd be a massive fucking fight in Europe, but in America, like. Don't get me wrong, Paddy's big, but he's not Conor in America. Okay. Now, Liverpool, across the sea,
so if they did it over there, it would be huge. Now, you know what's interesting about watching these fights like this, like these time jumps, is like look how
you see him grow up.
Yeah, look how serious he is. And it looks like his face is taking a little bit of a beating too. You know what I mean?
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah,
all that training and punch in the face can't stay sexy forever.
The cuteness is wearing off.
Yeah, talking about that. The kid vibe is out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went from like Backstreet Boys to like,
Yeah.
He should be on King of the Stage.
So this is his first UFC fight, right? Like,
okay. So he's ready.
So again, comes over to the UFC, decides to take a pay cut, but in hopes he'll knock out a few, like one or two, really one or two guys, and then can go to the UFC and be like, yo, man, all right, played your game. I took a pay cut. But now you got to pay me.
What do you think about it? Should he have taken the pay cut?
It's tough because the UFC is going, yeah, you're big in Cage Warriors, but it ain't the UFC. So I get it, and I always think the fighters should be paid more. But if again, I stopped talking about the money situation in the UFC. Because I don't know. I don't know what their overhead is. I don't know what their daily overhead is and the fighters and how much income they're having. Like, we get reports, biggest year ever. It's like, okay, cool. When you look at how many fighters on the roster, the staff, all the endorsement deals, ESPN, everything that goes into it, I don't know. I know the fighters could definitely be paid more, but I don't know it's like someone talking about my business. Like,
I know, but they're not getting like in the NBA, NFL –
guarantees?
No. I'm talking about I believe that in the NBA, the salary structure works where the players are getting like 48% of the total
almost 50-50.
profit.
Yeah, so is MLB. But remember, NBA, you're talking about 12 players a team.
No, I understand that, but regardless of that, they're still splitting $5 billion. It's
a lot of money.
So I'm saying is I don't know what the UFC is making, but I doubt that the fighters are getting 50% of the profit.
It's 17%.
Okay,
I think
so
17. I think they got it as high as 20, but I think it's usually in general 17%.
But this guy this is another question. I'm so stupid about this kind of stuff. But so is it one of these things where the UFC is only in the United States?
No.
Okay, so
UFC's massive everywhere. Massive.
Okay, so then I think he should have been like, hey, you have to come fight I'm going to take a UFC fight, but it has to be in Liverpool.
Which is what they did. They brought it to Liverpool. And again,
at first?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And his next fight's in Liverpool.
But anyway.
I know that would be my thing. If I'm his manager, I'm going, yo, man, we sold this thing out on our own
I was doing
several times before this.
Yeah.
So we know how much money you're going to make in just the gate.
He bet on himself. So let's see what happens.
So he bet on himself. He's in the UFC. You're going to fight tougher competition. Like, the competition in the UFC is going to be tough, man. And the other thing,
so you think the UFC is the top?
Oh, not even close. Yeah, not even close. But also, the UFC is the big leagues. But also with the UFC, and I get part of this too. They're gonna go, we get it. Cage Warriors is great. You sell out, but you're not fighting at this level. It's a different game. Prove yourself, and we're willing to negotiate with you earlier than any other fighter. But just let's make sure that you can compete over here.
Like he's on a rookie deal.
There you go. And his rookie deal, I think, only lasted what, 2 fights, 3 fights, like not long.
So let's see. This is the first one.
Yes.
Oh, he is focused.
Now I want you to notice something though. See, that guy looks different than the guy you saw him fight last time.
Yeah,
in the big leagues.
Ooh, wow, but he's still. Wait a minute, he's still huge.
But that's his advantage. His height is his advantage at 55.
God damn, how tall? I forgot if you said how tall is he?
God, was he probably 6'2"?
Oh man, this is a menacing 5'10".
Oh man,
this is a menacing.
I feel like he's taller than that.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Gee whiz, man.
I'll give him at least 6 foot when I stand next to the kid. Maybe it's just his hair. Definitely bigger than 5'10".
So this guy,
it's his movement. Look how big his legs are.
Who's this guy? Is this guy, the other guy, is he like a big deal at the time?
I mean, he's in the UFC.
Okay.
You know, so if you get to the UFC, like you're a champion in some.
But
other
it feels
league.
like WWF, like he's one of the weekly losers. You know what I mean?
Well, he's not like a world beater. Like this guy's, he's not going to be a world champion over in the UFC. But
he got hit.
Yeah, see, that's what I want you to notice. You'll see in all his fights. And that's why I told him on food. He gets tagged there.
Oh, but he
tagged.
Took it. He took it.
Yes. And he got taken down. Oh, yeah, so he's definitely bigger than 5'9", 5'10".
That was a vicious hit that he just took.
But you see why the UFC, again, this is going to be his toughest competition. Your first fight out is going to be...
So you're saying you think at this point in his career, this is the toughest fight he's ever fought?
By far.
Okay.
By far. Even though he came from, a quality organization, Cage Warriors, the UFC, because this guy, he was Brazilian or some shit, he probably, whatever league he came from, he was the champion there.
Yeah.
So you can be champion in these other smaller leagues, but again, it ain't the UFC, man. Ooh. But you'll see with Paddy, we're going to watch, 2 UFC fights? 3? 1 more? You'll see there's a common theme where his naysayers, and I've even brought this up on Food Truck, he gets hit.
Yeah,
he does get hit. Yeah. And what he told me, he goes, my coaches know this, I get hit to feel the fight, and it wakes me up. And I said, I'm cool with that right now. But as you start fighting tougher guys, and you can't get hit. If that's what you need to wake up,
I know.
Get hit in the back.
Yeah.
Like, get hit
Not
before you
everybody,
walk out.
You experience that. You get hit. It's like sometimes you think you know, then you know.
Especially at heavyweight. But even
what I'm saying,
but him at 55, like there's some guys at 55, like you don't want to get hit by Fazeev early on. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't take those chances.
Oh, that's true. So this is lightweight.
Yeah, 155.
Because you were in the heavyweight.
Heavyweight, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Heavyweight,
totally different.
You don't get any mulligans. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight, there's no mulligans.
Yeah, you said, I'm awake already.
Yeah. No, we're good. So he gets hit again. So, again, the naysayers are like, oh, dude, he's getting hit. But he chooses to do this. Like, this kid, that's the other thing about the UFC, especially early on, none of these guys are scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's game. They all come, they're a champion in their own right.
This dude right here, the other dude.
All game.
But this other dude must be like, why isn't this guy going down?
Correct.
I mean, I think it's weird. He's gotten so many hits in. Look at him. You could tell he's like, uh-oh, I gave him my best.
But also remember this, Eric, is you only get so many punches to the face. It's a clock. It's a countdown. So if he's going to take whatever he's taking 4 or 5 here, all right, let's say you have 100 total in your career. All right, that's 5 off now, my man. You get 100 before you get, they call it, your chin goes. You only get a certain amount of hits. And some fights, certain guys, you look at Stipe, JDS, you look at Kane, JDS, some fight, or Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, some of these fights just take it out of you. You never come back the same fighter.
Oh, this guy's got good. He's got a good jab.
Yes,
because he's keeping him away with this jab.
And it should be noted, fantastic tan.
I mean, he's a good-looking dude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh, he was setting up for something. Oh,
yeah, and Paddy again. He's special on the ground if he can get him down. But
notoriously tear his ACL with that move.
Yeah, it was dicey. But notoriously, usually the British, when it comes, and like people from that area, Europe in general, the wrestling isn't as good as America or like the guys from Russia or Dagestan in the Middle East.
Gotcha.
It's just
I'm telling you, this other guy has been worried since he gave him his best. That's it. You're done.
That's a big feather in the cap there.
You're done.
But again, if you're a Paddy like critic, you're going, he got hit, didn't get him out fast enough.
No, listen to me. I'm not a fight guy, but I'm watching this.
Entertaining.
And right. But the thing is, like I said, that other guy gave him his best.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of that fight, and he didn't go down. And you could tell the other guy was like, uh-oh. And then his whole demeanor changed. That other guy's demeanor was like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, man.
I felt that. This guy's dangerous.
But for a debut, it's fun, man. He's just excited. He's fun. I think what makes him also so kind of must-see TV is he does get a little wild. Like, he does get hit. He does get taken down. Like, it's just not this, like, Khabib or Conor dominant style where he's starching dudes. Like, he's a bit of a fisticuffs.
That was it right there.
That
was
that one.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah,
and then
he's just unloaded.
Yeah. Now he's just waiting for the guy to finish it. Stop the fight. He's probably telling him, you better stop it, fool. You better stop it.
And now that's his training partner, and her name's Meatball.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's a female fighter from the same place.
Okay,
her name's Meatball.
Yeah, I'm
fantastic nickname. She's also fun. But so with Paddy, look at that, 6 million views, dude. So many people watched that his first fight. Just on that. So Paddy does that right, and then Barstool, who sponsors certain guys, goes, hey, they make an announcement that they're going to sign Paddy to a 7-figure deal. Barstool is. 7-figure deal, Paddy.
What is
after
Barstool?
His first
what are they
UFC fight.
Manage him or something, or what do they do?
Now they just use him for content, and he's like their guy.
Wow, good for him.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So he gets a 7-figure deal from Barstool. Now, the reason why that's important is because no one else has to do with Barstool, really, right? Or you get these huge endorsements. But this kid is so entertaining and just has the it factor. Yeah. Barstool goes, all right, we're going to pay you 7 figures. Well, where it gets dicey for the UFC is the UFC will go, all right, man, this guy got injured. Fight this guy on 2 weeks' notice. And the fighters usually need the money. Like, not the best.
Oh, not him.
And then him, I go, again, he blows up in between fights.
Yeah.
So on Food Truck, I go, what are you going to do if they ask you to do a short notice fight, man? Like, you're 220 pounds. There's no way you're going to cut, what is it, fucking 70 pounds?
So you called the guy fat right in his face?
Basically, yeah, basically. It's coming from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you're like, hey, fatty.
Yeah.
Paddy the Fatty? That's
but
what you call
yeah, Paddy the Fatty, yeah. But what's interesting is I go, what if they ask you to take a short notice fight? And he started laughing. He's like, I'm not taking no short notice fight. You know how much money I make not fighting?
Good for him.
I make more money not fighting.
He's probably counting down when he never has to fight again.
Yeah, he was like, I'm in no rush. He's like, I ain't doing anything that's going to fuck my career up. And I was like, wow. There's 2 guys that have that power. It's like him and then Sugar Sean O'Malley, where they don't have to do anything.
Well, good for this guy.
Yeah.
So what fight is this
This is his last fight, Mike?
So So how many UFC fights did he have between that first one and this one?
Yeah, so his first official UFC fight was at the Apex Center in the UFC, and that's the Apex Center is on the UFC property, and it's not a massive crowd. It's maybe 300 people.
Oh, wow.
So what I like for the UFC for his first fight, they're like, all right, let's try this out, fight at the Apex Center, and then pass that test, and then we're going to get this rolling. So then the next one.
What do you think of that? I think that's kind of like, I don't like how the UFC was trying to like make him feel like he's not big, you know? I think they were trying to not pay him. Like they were trying to be 100%. Like, let's keep him like, let's slow your roll.
There's that, but then also they've had guys like Darren Till and other fighters with Sage Northcutt that they throw the fucking gamut to, and they're like, you're ready for everything. And then it doesn't work.
Gotcha.
So I think it's UFC going, this kid has a lot of potential. Let's start slow. He passes that test, then we're off to the races. And off to the races, UFC London, O2 Arena, it's his crowd. So again, his manager's like, dude, we sold this exact arena out on our own several times.
Okay, let me ask you this, though.
So he's familiar with this one.
Let me ask you this. So other UFC fighters, they watch this kid. I mean, when you guys are watching, I mean, is there a certain level where the UFC like looks down on those other leagues, or when they look at this, they think like, who's this kid and that kind of thing? Or
see, there's a lot of jealousy. Same with comics, right? Like you see comics doing theaters and selling out. You're like, well, why is he selling out? I'm not.
I know.
Why is that guy getting attention? Welcome my career.
Who you telling?
Welcome my career. Yeah. By comics, I mean every comic I've ever met. Anyways, haters gonna hate, man.
Fuck Brendan Schaub.
But with Paddy, same thing though, because they're rolling out the red carpet for him now. And fighters like, I think Paddy has all the potential in the world to be world champion, but he's not there yet. So if you're in the top 15, this kid's getting all this attention. and you probably know you could beat him because he's not there yet. He's going to get there.
Okay, I feel some doubt.
So they're going to be like, bro,
I know, but
I'll fight that guy. And the UFC's like, that ain't happening.
Wait.
He makes his money. You don't.
I feel some doubt that you're saying about him, about his skills. What's he lacking?
I don't like if you watch a lot of his fights, and again, I've said this to his face. I don't like that he gets hit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's trouble. But to his defense, he goes, "That's on purpose, man. Like, I like to get in that. I like to feel the fight. I like to get hit. It wakes me up. Then I know I'm in a fight." And I went, "Right now, all good.
Okay, 20-something-year-old.
Yes. Okay, Bubba. Wait till you're 30, bro.
Okay, but what? But other than that, what? So you say you don't like his
just experience? Yeah. The fundamentals as far as defense goes, I think if grappling's up to par, he can compete with anybody. He just has to pass certain levels of the game before he gets there. I'm fully on board. He just has to do work. Like, this weekend's going to be a bigger test for him. It's, toughest guy he's probably fought. So there's just levels to it before I go, yep, next champion. I'm not willing to do that yet. I think he has all the potential. He checks every fucking box. And UFC is I feel like come on, man. Like,
but I feel like you think that he's going to take a hit that he's not going to recover from.
Correct.
Okay.
But also, yes, there's that. But then also, I think what makes him special is his fight IQ is very high, and I think he's going to realize, like, oh, I can't keep doing this, and he's going to adapt.
You hope so.
I hope so.
All right.
I believe so.
So this is the second fight. Let's see this one.
The second fight.
He's always so focused at the start of the fight, man.
Real quick before you play this, so he's not even the main event. He's the third fight on the main card.
Right.
But this fight is so, like, everyone's there for him. Everybody is there for him. Like, this is why everybody came, and he's not the main event yet.
Yeah, see, again.
Make him main event.
I got a problem with that.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if I'm him, I'm like, bro.
That'd be like somebody's coming to see the opener. You know, like you're headlining,
yeah,
and everybody's like, "Oh, for the opener!" Like, what?
And then when you get on, they're like,
yeah, right? Yeah. It's like, and the club knows it too.
Yeah,
and the club knows it, so they're like, it's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, who's this guy?
Tough-looking character.
Yeah, this guy.
We can see Pat. The other thing I like about Paddy is why, if he's a stock I'm gonna invest, is every fight he's getting better. See, he gets hit there. See, he gets hit there.
Well, he was trying to get.
He's going straight back.
He got hit on the ground too.
But a lot of this, if people they get taken down early, they get hit. A lot of fighters with this new to the UFC with the UFC experience, a lot of them it messes with their mentality. But again, he has such a belief in himself that he knows he's going to get out of this and he's going to beat him.
This is a strong move right here.
Yes, this isn't ideal if you're a Paddy fan now.
Yeah.
But again, his advantage, bigger for the weight class, taller, rangier.
How long do they let this go on? This little
until the guy on top, or if the guy on bottom can wrap him up, they'll break him up. But if the guy on top stops trying to advance, if he's just holding him down, they'll stand him up.
Oh, got you.
I think it depends on the fighter too. Like, if it's like a Khabib or a Dominic guy who's really good on top, then you allow him more time before they stand up. If it's two strikers, I'm like, dude, get the hell up. What are you two doing?
It looked like he just gave him a little kiss on the neck. You know what I mean?
Whatever it takes, man.
Hey, I guess that's a way to get in somebody's head. I would say something to him. I would be in his ear like, I'm gonna eat your butthole, boy. Just to make him be like, hey, stop it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it depends on the fighter. I'd be like,
yeah.
I'd start laughing like, damn, bro, that's the bonus? This is fantastic.
That's the counter.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's got to be, there's no, or is it just all focus, or is there any shit talking during a fight?
Dude,
what's the worst shit talk anybody's ever said to you in the middle of a fight?
Bro, I fought this guy, LeVar Johnson, who was, he's done some time, and he did fail the drug test when I fought him. So during the weigh-in, we pose off, and I look at Dana and Joe Silva. I go, bro, he could finish fucking 4th in Mr. Olympia. There's no way he's not going to not test hot. And I started laughing. I'm like, clearly on steroids. I'm still going to beat him. So I take him down over and over, and he was just a banger. And he's part of a biker gang. Went to prison. I don't know if he's still in prison. Went to prison for some stuff recently. So I keep taking him down, and he thought I was just gonna brawl with him, which is insane because I can wrestle and grapple. Kept taking him down, and finally I take him down for like the 9th time, whatever. And he goes, "Bro, let me up. Let's bang, bro. This is bullshit." He goes, "This is bullshit." He kept going, "This is bullshit. Let's bang, bro." And I said, "Why don't you learn how to wrestle?"
Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, "Why don't you learn how to wrestle? Then we can bang." And then after I beat him, right, by decision, 10-9s across the fucking board, smoked him. I'm in the lobby with my uncle who passed away, my favorite uncle. My brother and my dad are there. Ooh. And him and his biker gang all walks in. I look at my brother, I go, "Hey, head on swivel, get ready." And I was like, "Oh, they're going to be so mean to me." And his biker gang bros came up and was like, "That was fun, man. My boy needs to learn how to wrestle, though, right?"
And it was like,
yeah, I was like, "Oh, thank God. Oh, my God, thank you." So Paddy gets him down with that dope-ass hip toss.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then straight to his back. And this is where he's special. Like, his grappling is just dynamic, man. He's long range.
Well, because he's so lanky.
Yes.
Look at it. He's like Gumby. He can wrap around.
He has that body lock there. Then he gets
wow.
underneath the neck.
Yeah, he's got his foot locked right there. Oh, that's it. This is it. He's going to give up.
Now remember, if
tap out.
You're about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Remember, if you bought a ticket to this fight and you're expecting Paddy to just, come out and guns a-blazing, you haven't had a lot to celebrate. So this is a big deal. Look. And then they go nuts. Look at the crowd. Nuts.
Night.
Look at their boy.
When he comes up dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oof.
There's Meatball.
Oh, she's crazy.
She fought earlier and it was fantastic. She got the crowd rocking. So the crowd's there for him and her. So after this, it's like Aspinall was the headliner, who's the next big heavyweight out of London.
She looks intense. Oh, look at
Leading
him.
with Dana.
"Give me my money, bitch."
Yo,
That's what he's saying
bitch?
to him right now.
Yeah.
Where's my money? Where's my money? You going to pay me now, right? That's what he just said. Dana had to look at his face like, "Damn it, I'm going to have to pay this kid."
Yeah, he is, because they actually negotiated a new deal now.
Are they?
After 2-3 fights.
Are these two having sex? Because it's probably intense as hell.
I don't think so.
Can you imagine how intense it is?
He's had the same girlfriend since, I don't know,
okay,
9th grade or some shit.
All
yeah.
right. Because those two, it seemed like it would just be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he would finish and be like, woo!
He's like,
They just seem really intense. Oh, this guy can't believe. Look at him. That look on his face. He can't believe he lost. Oh, wow. That's it for that guy. That guy knows that that's it for him. That other guy.
This was his opportunity.
Yes. That guy was just, he knows. He's like, damn it. I have to take a fight in 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Right? He's one of the 2 week guys.
He's the guy the UFC like, well, great toss there. And then, he's going a little eager to get to mount there, and he ends up in but then this transition to his back is pretty filthy.
Yeah. Well, he just, look at his footwork. He's got good footwork, huh?
Great. Yeah. On the ground, phenomenal.
Well, and this is only his second fight, so then his third fight's coming up.
Saturday.
Wow.
Saturday,
this is the first time I've thought to myself, I'm actually interested in seeing this fight.
Because, Eric, there's nothing better in sports, I don't care what sport you're into, than the rise of a young prospect in the UFC. Because it's just like you go on this journey with them, and they're passing the test. Like the Conor, that's why I vouch for Conor. Dude, when he was coming up, and, I was doing, at the time, it was the Big Brown Breakdown, and he's coming up, and you're like, this kid out of fucking Dublin, man. And then he becomes this, the biggest star to ever fucking do it. It's just
I remember the rise of Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
I mean, that
insane.
was just like that captivated the whole nation.
Yep.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, this," and then
I mean, yeah.
That's why people are kind of like, well, let's wait and see.
Yep. That's why I'm never.
So
too
this
quick
is who
to
he's fighting. So
that's who he's fighting next.
No. This other guy.
Jordan Levitt. Is
he a big deal?
I'm sweet and low. He's not a huge deal. He will dance. He definitely has some sugar in his tank. It feels like he's you can't help but like the guy. Like he's very nice, and he's Paddy's toughest test, but also it's a good fight for Paddy too. It's not like an impossible task.
Okay, but what I'm saying though is like
Paddy's gonna finish him.
But what I'm saying, but if he doesn't, that would be a huge loss for his the rise you're talking about.
Huge.
So he has to win this fight.
This one, in London again, Fight Night. They're doing it on purpose.
Is he the main event now? Finally,
no. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades is.
What?
To be fair, though, Tom Aspinall is ranked, 5th, and Curtis Blades like 2 in the world.
Okay.
So, the main event should be the main event. And Tom Aspinall is getting big, but Tom Aspinall is different than Paddy, where Tom is a heavyweight, He's a little more reserved. Doesn't like the spotlight. So talented though. So talented. So.
Well, this is interesting. I like this kid.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be into Paddy. Paddy the Baddy.
Paddy the Baddy.
The fifth Beatle.
In between the shows, he's the fatty.
Paddy the Baddy, but if he don't have a fight, he's the fatty.
That's gonna be his podcast. In between fights.
In between fights with the fatty.
He's just like, yeah, I got a burger, and like he's not gonna be able to do that for much longer either.
Now again, that's a young man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So you talk to like a TJ Dillashaw or these other guys,
Yeah.
they're like.
Guys get 28, 29. It's like, ooh, I gotta stay ready.
Your body's like, oh, we don't respond.
Yeah,
like that anymore,
we gotta stay ready.
Let's
at
chill
a
out
certain
on
point,
the Big Macs and fish and chips.
Yeah, at a certain point, he's gonna have to stay ready.
But again, him doing that stuff to me makes him more likable. Because of course you get done doing something tough, you want to go hard in the paint on the food.
But
who doesn't?
But there's money in people thinking he's ready and unbeatable. Like right now,
talking about being professional.
Yeah, being professional. Being
well,
a
that's
pro.
what TJ Dillashaw said. TJ
pro.
goes, I never get that heavy because I'm a professional across the board, man. Like, look at him here. You watch how big he is next to me. Look at him.
Oh my God. That's my boy right now.
I'm telling you. Isn't he great? But he's the best.
Oh man.
My
God.
If you met him, you would love him. You would love him.
I'm just saying, it's hilarious how fat he is.
And he got a second burger, like triple patty.
Man. Good
he got
for
a second
him.
burger, and then was like, "Hey man, how much longer do we have?" He goes, "I love doing this with you." He goes, "But Liverpool's playing in an hour, man. I don't want to miss that." And he went to a pub, probably had some beers and more fucking burgers.
Good for him.
And watched Liverpool.
I'm telling you right now,
he's the best. I'm telling you, he's the best.
In 15 years, he is going to be a comfortable fat fuck.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
He's just going to be like, probably a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being like, people are going to be like, you used to fight?
Yeah. You're Paddy the Baddy?
Yeah.
What
Good
happened?
for him. He just looks like a dude
Money
that
and
knows
food,
how to be
bro.
comfortable.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, man. Me
Thanks
too.
for doing this, brother. Hopefully this gets you a little more excited for
You
Saturday's
know
fights.
what?
I'm
I'm not even kidding. I actually want to watch this fight. I want to see this guy. Like you were saying, the rise. I want to see what he does.
And look where this is at, Laugh Factory San Diego.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we had a food truck, and I need a place to sit down, so I hit up Laugh Factory San Diego.
Good for them.
And as you guys are watching this, I'm at Laugh Factory this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at that very same location.
When is this coming
Laugh
out?
Factory San Diego. This comes out Wednesday. Yeah, it comes out Wednesday this week.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, well then look for me, and I'm in Austin, Texas, Creek in the Cave. Come and watch me.
Yep, go get it. Erik, we love you, man.
Thanks, man.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Paddy the Baddy.
Paddy the Baddy, looking like a fatty.
A little bit of work, man, that don't scare us. I get up, I go hard